Welcome to yet again another amazing episode. If you don't know me, I am Jacinta Wangeshi. This is your first time. Welcome, you're in the right place. Feel at home. This is where we talk about all things relationships. We talk all things about women empowerment. But for today, I'm going to talk about something generalized. So I'm going to be touching on the men, the women, and it's something that has been in my heart. But before I tell you about it, have you subscribed? If you have not, please remember to subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, let me just say a huge thank you. I really appreciate your support. Welcome, and we'll get right into it. Karibu. Being real. That is the topic for today. What do I mean by being real? So many of us are walking around with masks. So many of us are walking around being an idea of what other people think of us that we forget the real picture of who we are. And the reason as to why I really felt to have this talk or this conversation today is because of a talk that I had recently on my Facebook. And because I know my socials are running somewhere down there, please feel free to connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, any of all those socials. And this talk, I was talking to a lady, and we were talking about why people are not helped. Why can people not be helped? And I did talk about the various types of people. And when I say people, I'm generalizing it. It is both women and men who are going through toxic relationships. And I talked about the various types of categories where people fit in. I think I will do another video on that, maybe in the next video. And here I talked about why so many people are struggling, are in toxic relationships, but they're not able to be helped. And this is not just being in a toxic relationship, but generally being able to get help. You will never be able to get help if you do not look like trouble. Remember, if I look like I have it together, I look like I have money, you look at me, it's one thing not to look like your problem and to always be positive, but how will anyone know that I'm in trouble if I do not look like I am in trouble? So this is why I just wanted to talk about you being real and you being you. I remember how many women I have talked to or have told me that they are really struggling and are in toxic relationships. When you look at them, they are couple goals. And this is today's world. You just see the smiles, you see the laughter, you see the good times that people are having. But do you ever really wonder, do these people have problems? Well, let me shock you. Everyone has got a problem. Even me, myself, that I'm seated here, I have my own issues. I know sometimes I come to this social setup and I'm vulnerable about some things, but there are things that you'll never be able to know, but I know who I can be real with. But the fact is, I try to be real with myself. So just ask yourself, outside of what other people think about you, outside of what your family thinks about you, outside of what your boss thinks about you, who are you as an individual? Because that is the only way you'll get help. I have had people come to me who are like, can you help my sister, my friend, my cousin, my mom? She's in a toxic relationship. But then when you talk to them, they're like, no, I'm very okay. Everything is going on fine. Even if yesterday or your house is burning down, you'll never be able to admit it. And so many of us are walking with masks. There's a mask of today you go out with your friends. Probably you don't even like to club, but you will go out because your friends expect you to be outgoing. But is that really you? Then the next day, you take off that mask, you put on the mask of what? Being a very good member of the church. Why society expects you to be a church-going person. And Monday, you have another mask. And it's so easy to get lost somewhere in between all these faces that you will never be able to find help. You might be struggling with something, but the more you keep covering it up, the more you keep denying the fact, you will never be helped. So if you don't pick any other thing from this talk or this conversation, if people, because I know people in your life probably have talked to you and have told you one way or the other, maybe in a different way, that you really need to be real with yourself, this is it. You really need to be real with yourself. You can lie to everyone else, but you cannot lie to yourself. So if you're there and you're struggling and you need help, it's time for you to drop all these faces. The faces, especially as a woman, because I talk mostly to women, the face of an all-round mother, I am maybe a leader in church, I am maybe a beloved daughter-in-law. If the son is not treating you right, you need to face the fact, you need to face the reality. If you're a mother, you're struggling, you're thinking you need to be a hands-on parent, it's okay for you to face the fact that you're fatigued, you need rest, you need help, you need a breather. Just be real with yourself. So this was the short video that I really wanted to do for the month of June, because if not for anything else, if nothing else works for you, or you never get to hear anything else that you like from my conversations in this channel, just pick this one thing, because I'm talking to you as a man, I'm talking to you as a woman, because I know that there are men who are out there still struggling. You're in a relationship, but society expects you to always hang in there, to be the man in the family, but you're in a very toxic environment where the woman does not even appreciate you. I know some women even batter men, where some women have even trained their kids to even despise this man. And you're just seated there and you're wondering, what do I do? But then when you go out into the world, into the church, in your office, you put on this brave face. As a man, it does not mean that you're immune. It does not mean that you have to put on this face every single day of your life. And it is only when we can make peace with the reality over the idea of what everybody expects you, even you, the ideas that you have of yourself. You will never find peace until you reconcile the facts and the reality. What is it that you want? Where do you want to go? Some of us are even in so much debt nowadays in today's world because you're trying to put on a face. You're trying to please people. You're trying to keep up this identity of the person that you are, but that is not who you really are. You don't always have to have it together. And it is only when you decide, oh, you know what, I'm going to be true, I'm going to be real, I'm going to stop lying to people about who I am going to be real with myself, I'm going to downplay my life. If I was used to going out, if I was used to driving a big car, if I was used to living in a luxurious place, and I decide, you know what, I'm going to accept my fate, that you will actually find help. As long as you continue being a fake, as long as you continue to put on the mask, you're only hurting yourself. It doesn't help anyone when you live a lie. So please be real. And until next time, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Bye-bye.